So moving from side lying, obviously you do both sides.
Yep.
Then we're going to move to prone position. And this, just point out that this bottom sheet again becomes helpful. You can just pull this over if somebody's chilly.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to do the same kind of propping, right? So that, you're going to hold right here.
Yes, yeah. Usually I'm probably standing behind the client. So you'd have to work your way around. They'd ask the client to bring their arm back underneath the sheet for you. There we go. Have to untuck underneath the head. This all becomes routine over the course of time. So once I'm there, usually in this case in side lying, I have my body toward on the side of their back. I'll anchor the sheet with my body. That way reach across and anchor the sheet here. And then she will act as the client turning over.
And as I have them roll, I tell them to keep their knees up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get them all set.
Yeah, make sure the pillow's where we want it to be. If we have to change pillows, we can. With some of the clients, as we indicated, the larger athletes that we tend to work with, I've had to use a bigger pillow in side lying underneath their head. So more pillows and bolsters, the better, depending on how much you're having to travel. So we have this one hanging out here. A bolster can go underneath the knees, or as you've sometimes done, you don't bother if you're not going to work in the supine position for very long.
And efficient use of sideline prevents that.
Exactly.
And we want to eliminate any kind of face-to-face contact.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, but even if I have them turn their knees up, to keep their knees up, we can slide the bolster. It makes it nice.
And you may find in the event that somebody has a low back related issue, they may be more comfortable with their knees bent. And not using the bolster or just letting them keep their knees bent like that can be beneficial. But usually the target tissue areas that I'm focusing on are like quadriceps.
And we'll have them put their legs down after that.
Yeah.
So can you use a little bit of the tissue there, toilet tissues, to make me a towel? A towel.
How big of a towel?
Well, I don't need a very big towel. This is another place where you can tuck the sheet under the arm to keep it from sliding. Now, a lot of people are avoiding the chest area, and they're not massaging the abdomen either.
Yes.
And your low back starts at your belly button.
By that, she means that the muscles that attach into the low back include the abdominal muscles, specifically the obliques and transverse abdominis. So and they attach into the six-pack muscle, rectus abdominis. So the muscles of the abdomen / the core translate directly to the low back.
So we'll just put a little towel right there.
I usually have that even on them already from sidelines. Having a large towel, a spa, beach, bath towel, works very good because it has some weight to it.
You can use that instead of a blanket, too.
I personally do tend to. I'll use a large beach towel, and then I can reposition that, roll it up, fold it in half, whatever I need to act as a blanket or also as a comfortable weight to hold the sheets down. And sometimes in spas, we're dealing with these white sheets that are a little bit transparent.
Yeah.
Having an additional cover over somebody's torso, it could just make them feel more comfortable, more secure.
So we just help the client get their arms out, right?
Yep.
We're doing,
Do we need
there.
a larger towel?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
And then what do we tell the client to do?
They can just hold the sheet down if they wish.
Actually, they hold the towel.
They hold the towel.
Yeah, so you hold the towel. And then you just keep holding the towel.
Okay. Oh, I got it. So what she's saying is the client would be holding the towel like this, holding the edge of the towel, so that she can pull the sheet down underneath of it. So I'm going to move the client's arms out of the way so you can see this. I'm acting like their fingers. So bring that back up.
Oh.
So they're holding it like this, and then she's pulling the sheet down. She's acting as the therapist. This is allowing her to get to the abdomen.
And when you're scooting the towel like that, use the far edges and actually use that scrape down along there.
Yes.
As instead of coming up on like this.
Yes.
slide it down, maybe a little tuck.
Yep. And a bigger towel, the better. I usually prefer if I'm draping for the abdomen. Our goal here is to work on this tissue. If the towel is larger, I don't feel like the client's going to be potentially exposed. And then I can then roll up the bottom of the towel. So I've seen sometimes people use these narrow, smaller towels, and it just leaves too little room for air. So what we end up with is something, I'm going to cover their face a little bit here, but we end up with being able to work on the abdomen.
And the knees are already bent.
Yes.
Which softens that tissue.
Exactly.
Then you just put this up on top.
Yep.
Don't even have to take the
after
other one
working
out.
there, you just leave the towel right there, and then you move on. If you're going to work on the arms, maybe the hands in this position, we may want to limit how much we're working at a client's head and neck area because of the close proximity of our face to their face. So for hygiene, sanitation reasons, moving forward, that might be something that we need to consider doing more of in side lying, work the neck, scalp, and shoulders in side lying and not in supine.
Then they can just straighten their legs out.
Yep.
And we can drape to get to the thigh.
Yep.
And if this is gappy, then you bring your bottom sheet up and over.
Yep.
Ta-da! Don't do that to your client. But that makes that nice and secure.
Yep.
And if a client cannot lay on their side, an alternate position is from the bent knee. You just have them drop their leg out.
Externally rotate.
Yeah, and then
this
you
is
can
a
get
case
to the
where
foot.
you potentially would want the bolster.
Yeah.
So you would have the bolster underneath that knee, and they can externally rotate, and this allows you to get to the medial thigh more effectively.
And the foot, and it's
And
good.
the foot better. Yep.
Ta-da!
There you go. So this is a basic. These 3 videos have been a general demonstration. Some of this is us showing how we use these props. Moving forward, we'll actually have a person on an actual table where you'll see more of the draping and repositioning. But on the way we go.